Well, hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another episode of Ladies Listen Up. I was going to say, what's your relationship with your money, but not today. We're going to talk about relationships, right? We are going to talk about celebrating our singleness, whether you're male or whether you're female. This is a great episode for you, right? But before we get started, and wait, our topic today, we are going to talk about some of the cases in divorce court, right? It's going to be very interesting, so make sure you stay to the end. But before we get started, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Share this information with somebody else. Somebody needs to hear about today's topic. And then I'm going to put a little bit of a spin on it, right? So before we get to Grandma's cookie jar, we're going to talk a little bit about, the grass not always being greener on the other side. Now, it could be really nice over there, but that's not our business, right? We're also going to talk about some of the cases on divorce court. It actually, watching divorce court, changed my perspective and made me embrace more of my single season, right? My single journey or singles journey, if you will, right? Over on in story time on Fridays, we've been walking our way through a table for one, and we have been talking about, what that journey looks like with our mind, body, and spirit, talking about our money, talking about, diversifying assets, our wholeness, the wellness of life. So before I just keep on going down that road, let's go over to Grandma's cookie jar, because Grandma's cookie jar has so many wise, food for thought moments, right? Some aha moments, right, if you will. So let's grab today's thought of the day from Grandma's cookie jar. Whoa, really good. You're not alone, right? And that was one of the things as I was listening, you pick your thing to unwind, whatever your thing is. My thing to unwind is listen to some of the court programs, like the court shows, And so anyhow, excuse me. Do what you love most, right? Do what you love most. And for me, it's educating myself. Sometimes, we blame our parents for what we didn't get. How about embracing the opposite of that and really thanking them for what they gave us? And then it's our job as adults to go and grab the rest. It will free your shoulders up. You won't carry such a burden. Get rid of some of that negative energy about what I didn't get. A little bit of horse. Let me grab a little bit of tea today. Yes, that's delicious. I probably needed some water over here too. And let's talk a little bit about divorce court, right? And why it really caught my eye. And sometimes, in this single journey, you get a little lonely or a little lonesome. But when you start speaking about the other side of things, I said, man, it really helped me to appreciate it because as you saw all of the couples, it also helps you as you're doing your, I kind of switched the interrogation now to investigation. So as you switch that investigation hat, put that cap on, and if you think about some of the things that run through divorce court, right? Actually, let me talk about the judges first, right? Amazing judges, their own different styles. So in the course of it has had 40 seasons, divorce court. 40 seasons, right? Amazing. You had Judge Maybelline Ephraim from 1996 to 2006. Ooh, she was a divorce court OG. Now, some of the some of the shows from then, were in 1997, and they look like 1997. And you think about, I think on one of the episodes, she awarded the lady $600 for first month's rent and security. Woo, that's dating us because $600 for security and deposit, and she was having a fit because she didn't think she was gonna get that. Man, I tell you, it changes your perspective on things. Then let's mosey on down to 2006, right? To 2000 and from 2006 to 2020, Judge Lynn Toler, one of my absolute favorites, right? She's in your face, tell you the truth. She gets strong and greedy, a relationship guru because some of the advice that she's given, the reviews or as they follow some of the cases, she was able to help people to see themselves in a mess, right? In some of those cases, right? Then you mosey on along to 2020 to 2022, Judge Faith Jenkins, right? Cool, mellow, fresh, right? Direct, you know, just giving you, the real on stuff, right? And like, are you really seeing who this person is? As I'm asking these questions, are you really seeing who this person is? Now let's mosey on down to the newest from 2022. Around September, we have Judge Star Jones, right? And she has a more dry kind of point, matter of fact, this, what have you. But each one of them in their own right, they all have their own different flair. My absolute favorite though is Judge Lynn Toler, because she just has that, just like, hey, this is this. Do you see what you're saying? Do you absolutely see what you're saying? Do you know what you're dealing with? There was one case that I was looking at, and it really got me because it just reminded me of some of the relationships that I've been in myself, and I kind of felt a little bit afraid for the wife, because the husband was, so he had talked about he had gotten shot in the head, right? And he had all these different injuries, and he had to see the doctor frequently, and he had like 32 visits in a year, and he was accusing her of poisoning him. And she was like, but it's the same food that I'm eating. It's the same. And he put up surveillance cameras on the inside of the house and on the outside of the house. If she moved, he would. It was just so crazy. But I said, man, you know what? When you look at some of the issues that the divorce court talked about, when you look at some of those issues, then you start thinking, wait a minute, I'm going to embrace my singleness and embrace it with the full enjoyment of, wow, I don't have to deal with any of those things, right? I can become the best person that I can be, so I can bring an amazing me to the table and then attract an amazing him, right? So some of the things that they were talking about were, too many people in their relationship, so many things you don't even think about or talk about prior to. But these are conversations that you should really have before getting into a serious relationship, or I was going to say before the ring, but yes, before the ring, right? The other people being in the relationship, what are the expectations and what are the responsibilities of each partner to one another? Finances, that's been a big one, right? Because everybody is raised differently and everybody sees finances different. Judge Lynn Toler talked about the if you are going to go by old fashioned principles, where the woman is in the home and, she takes care of the house, and then the husband goes out and he brings the money in, and, that sort of thing, that's one thing. But if you expect for the woman and the man to be the breadwinners and they both bring the money in, then you have a conversation on who takes care of what and what to be taken care of. So it's really good to have different perspectives, because, oftentimes we grow up as little girls and we don't really have any clue or idea about what we're doing. We just hear what the TTs are saying. And I had one, I say TTs, right? One older lady that used to tell me, make sure that you're in a relationship where he loves you more than you love him. And or that secret stash of money. There's a lot of little secrets that we're taught. It's like, if you're coming to a relationship with total truth and both parties are, what's in it for the both of us and how we create a win, then I think that becomes a very clear, transparent, open relationship where nobody's hiding things. And, it's just that there's an issue, throw it on the table, let's talk about it, because it becomes like sweeping everything under the rug, and it becomes that big lump, right? So I'm just sitting back, I'm just learning and listening, kind of eating my popcorn, right, while I unwind. They're talking about all the cheating, whether somebody wants to start a family, whether somebody doesn't. There was a couple episodes on there where lady had her tubes tied, but she was saying she was trying to get pregnant, and it was just it was like kind of like the War of the Roses, right? And that just kind of made me say, oh, pump the brakes for a second. Let's enjoy this time of singleness while you have 100% of the time to be self-centered and do what you want to do. Get up and go when you want to go. Do with your money what you want to do with your money. Plan your investments the way you want to plan them. Then, when you have everything in order coming into a relationship, I think it's a great thing. Mental conditions, that's a real serious one, because folks can really hide a mental condition, right? Even if they're supposed to be on medication and they're not on medication. All these things we don't even think about when we say, he's kind of cute. I like what I see, right? Gotta dig a little deeper, right? What about non-compatibility? People trying to force themselves to be together, and they have all of the signs of not being compatible, right? What about arrogance? Some people are so arrogant, it's just their way or the highway. Then, okay, don't get on that road, right? Infidelities was a big one on there. There were some people on there that were just straight me by me users, and then there were some liars. Now these are the downsides of it, right? But these are the things to look for so that when you do come into a relationship together, then you are coming into an amazing relationship with good, positive energy. But I'm telling you, ladies, if you want to go do your homework on, all of the different types of men that are out there, you want to go and you want to look at divorce court. Look at the OG versions with Judge Maybelline Ephraim on it. Then you want to look at, if you want to see the cool, mellow, fresh, direct, but getting to the point, you want to listen to a little bit of Judge Faith Jenkins, Star Jones. Like I said, if you like that phlegmatic personality, Claire just, then you want to listen to some Star Jones, right? But 40 seasons, I think that is an amazing run for any show, but it has good information. Got some drama in it too, right? So it's very entertaining. And then you also have Judge Lynn Toler. Again, like I said, my girl, I just so appreciate her and I love her, her grit and being a relationship guru, like I said. So there's a lot of great information, we have mentors and coaches that are all over the place. You don't even have to know them to, learn and glean from them. So I hope this was entertaining, but I hope it also was very informative. Let us know, hey, I'm sitting back and I'm taking my notes. My notebook is absolutely filled. But go on and check it out. Divorce Court is actually on YouTube, and it is just it's amazing what you can learn by listening. It's kind of like giving you a peep into different personalities and different people, but that'll help you also decide when somebody asks you, what do you want in a relationship? What do you want in a mate? You'll have some information. So I put on my little investigative hat, and everything, and just go on over there, grab your notebook, and take some notes. So I hope this has been helpful for you, and I look forward to our next episode. This is Free Fall Tuesday. Hey, I'm just bringing up subjects that I think can help us, and some of the feedback that I'm getting is like, hey, what about this, and what about that, and what do you think about that? Okay, let's bring some good, solid information. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Share this information with somebody else. Listen, learn, and leverage the information. Alrighty, bye for now. You all stay fearless.